Today, I'm going to show you how to use text plus titles in DaVinci Resolve 20 step by step so you can create clean, professional looking text, add styling, and even build a simple typing animation. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more quick DaVinci Resolve tutorials just like this one. Let's jump right in. First, open DaVinci Resolve and go to the edit page. You can do that by clicking the third icon from the left at the bottom center of the interface. Once you're on the edit page, you'll be working in the main timeline area where titles and effects can be added easily. Now, look to the top left toolbar and click the effects button. This opens the effects library, which is where all of your titles, transitions, and video effects are stored. From here, navigate to the toolbox category, then click on Titles. Inside the title section, you'll find several different text options, but for this tutorial, we're using Text Plus. To add it, simply drag the Text Plus title onto your timeline. You can place it above your video footage or on an empty track, depending on how you want the title to appear. Once it's on the timeline, click the Text Plus clip to highlight it. When the clip is selected, the inspector panel in the top right corner becomes your main control center for editing the title. In the inspector, make sure you're on the video tab and then confirm that the title subtab is selected. This is where the primary text controls are located. At the top, you'll see a large text field. Click inside that field and type the content you want displayed on screen. This could be a name, a heading, a subtitle, or any text you want to use in your edit. Right below that, you'll see the font and style drop-down menus. Use these to change the typeface and choose a style that matches your video. This is one of the quickest ways to give your title a completely different look, whether you want something bold, modern, elegant, or minimal. Next, use the size slider to scale the text up or down. If your title looks too small, increase the size. If it feels too large or overwhelms the frame, bring it down until it sits nicely in your composition. After that, use the tracking slider to adjust the spacing between the letters. Increasing tracking spreads the letters farther apart, while decreasing it makes them tighter and more compact. If you want to change the placement and orientation of the text block, move over to the Layout subtab in the inspector. Here you can adjust the anchor point or rotate the title element. This is useful when you want to fine-tune exactly how the title sits in the frame or when you want to create a more stylized presentation. For more movement and positioning control, switch to the Transform subtab. This is where you can adjust the zoom, position, or shear of the entire title element. Zoom lets you resize the full title, position helps you move it around the screen, and shear can give the title a slanted, dynamic look. These controls are great when you want the text to match the motion and style of the rest of your edit. Now, let's move into the more advanced styling options. Click the Shading subtab at the top of the inspector. This is where you can add details like outlines, shadows, gradients, and different surface effects to really make the text pop. It gives your title a much more polished, professional finish. Start with Element 1 from the drop-down menu. This controls the main fill of the text. Here, you can change the fill color or even add a gradient to the body of the text. This is perfect if you want your title to match your brand colors, your footage, or a specific aesthetic. Then select Element 2. If you want a stroke or outline around the characters, check the Enabled box. Adding an outline can help your text stand out clearly, especially if your background is busy or colorful. It also helps with readability when your title sits on top of video footage. After that, choose Element 3 to add a drop shadow. Once it's enabled, use the offset sliders to position the shadow behind the text. A subtle shadow can add depth and separation, making the title feel more dimensional and easier to read. If you need to control how the title interacts with the footage underneath it, go to the Settings tab at the top of the inspector. Here you can apply cropping if needed, or change the composite mode of the title over your footage. These settings give you more control over how the title blends into the scene. Finally, if you want to create a typing effect, go back to the Title tab and look for the right-on slider at the bottom. By setting keyframes at different points on the timeline, you can animate the text so it appears as if it's being typed on screen. This is a really effective way to make your titles feel more engaging and dynamic. And that's how to use Text Plus titles in DaVinci Resolve 20. Once you understand these controls, you can create everything from simple, clean titles to more advanced animated text effects. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like, subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve tips, and let me know in the comments what tutorial you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.